passport, your air tickets, and the all-important visa.
They said they were going to send them.
Ah, yes, but my principals want words with you before you leave, Mr. Fuller. Is your luggage ready?
Well, what was this job they wanted you for?
Advisor. They wanted me to advise them.
What about?
I don't know. I was to go straight to London Airport as soon as I got the passport and tickets.
And who are you to report to?
No, nobody. I was supposed to board the plane like an ordinary passenger.
What about the other end?
Somebody would meet me.
How would he identify himself?
I don't... Look, you can't keep me here. I haven't done anything.
Oh, it's what you were going to do. It interests us.
I tell you, I don't know anymore.
I don't think he does. He's pretty scared.
Do you know how many British defectors have gone out there since the war?
700, perhaps.
With this new batch that Fuller's in, it'll be 757. Oh, we're able to keep tabs on the big ones, the diplomats and the professionals. But over 400 have disappeared without trace. Why do they want them? And why do they disappear?
Why do they disappear?
Well, you're going to find out. We've got an agent out there in Section 1 who's switching the records on Robert Fuller. You're going out there to take his place.
Oh.
This way, Mr. Fuller.
Well, this is not what I was led to expect in London.
I assure you, you will be well looked after on your journey.
Where to?
Mr. Fuller, you volunteer to work for us. You must learn to do things our way and accept that there is always a good reason for what we do. I wish you a pleasant journey, Mr. Fuller.
Where to?
Tutsusa hoodoo. Exem vedette Tutsusa hoodoo.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Oh, you're one of us, eh? Do you know what's going on?
No.
Oh, well, that makes three. Look, come in and sit down. They don't seem to be in any hurry.
All right.
She's been stuck here more than 12 hours. Oh, my name's Randall, and this is Janet Wells.
Hello.
I'm Robert Fuller.
How did you come here?
By air.
Direct?
From London, yes.
Oh, I had to change planes at Prague.
Did you? How about you?
By boat from London, then by car. I kept asking them where we were going, but they wouldn't tell me. What are we doing here?
I don't know.
They want me to work in a combat school.
Doing what?
Well, I was with the International Brigade in Spain. I was with the Special Air Service in the war. I know something about explosives.
What were you doing in England?
Electrician. Oh, electrical engineer, as a matter of fact. Of course, it'll be a real job for me here.
What about her? Why did she come?
I think she made a mistake. Here you are, Janet. I hope you get a good night's sleep.
Thank you.
I'll put 3 for you in the end compartment.
Thank you. Right?
He doesn't seem very worried.
Are you?
Well, it's all so confusing. I don't know what I expected, but it certainly wasn't this.
Why did you come?
To see a friend.
How did you get to know him?
Oh, he's English. His name's Alan Bayliss. We used to work in the same library. He came out about a year ago.
To work?
Yes. Then in his last letter, he asked me if I'd like to come and work with him.
Why did you accept?
I'm rather fond of Alan.
Jimmy for Billy.
Так, сходите сюда.
Right. How on earth did that get here? Get an asperete! Get an asperete! We seem to be right back where we started. Provate nastol начальника.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome to Hampden. My name's Richardson. I do hope you had a comfortable journey.
Jako to mesto?
We only speak English here, Mr. Randall.
What is this place?
Mr. Donovan will explain everything to you. He's waiting for you now, so I'll take you to him. This way, please.
We're not back in England, are we?
Geography is a matter of physical illusion. Lines on a map, words on a signpost. It's this that gives the place its identity. After all, you are where you recognize yourself to be. Mr. Donovan says that all countries are countries of the mind.
Who's Mr. Donovan?
Our director, he will answer all your questions.
He's going to be busy, isn't he?
The layout of the village is quite simple. You'll soon find your way around. As you can see, we're still building. The residential area is behind that, and that's where you'll be living.
How long are we staying?
Oh, quite a long time, I hope. The commercial section is over there. Shops with offices behind them. And that, Miss Wells, is the library.
Is Mr. Bayliss working there?
He was, but you'll be taking his place now. The school is behind the library. And this is the administrative block, where Mr. Donovan is waiting to see you.
Well, I think the time has come for some explanations.
It's a little bit overdue, isn't it? This village is one of our best-kept secrets. I regret that you had to be brought here in the dark, but we couldn't risk the possibility of a security leak.
Well, you should have given us some sort of warning.
The agency that recruited you doesn't even know that we exist. But I'm sure that you'll find life here agreeable enough.
Doing what?
Following your normal occupations. Librarian, clerk, and you, an electrician.
An electrician?
You will be part of our resident British community.
I didn't come out here to work as an electrician.
Really, Mr. Randall, and what did you come out for?
Well, I understood I was going to hold an important position.
And what could be more important than working here at Hampden?
What's he doing in this wilderness, then?
Hampden is an induction center for our intelligence agents. They come here to acclimatize themselves before being sent to work overseas.
In plain English, it's a school for spies.
And you think that there are no spy schools in Britain?
Well, of course there are.
But not so effective. In this village, we transform our agents into Englishmen. When our students arrive here, they already speak excellent English, but here they learn to live like Englishmen. And when they leave at the end of 3 years, they are Englishmen, indistinguishable from yourselves.
Yeah, I'll believe that when I see it.
You have seen it.
You?
What about me?
You, Miss Wells?
I think there's been some kind of mistake.
Not at all. You came to find Mr. Bayliss.
Yes, but I didn't realize.
Mr. Richardson will take you there now.
He had a proper funeral. In fact, work stopped for the day.
What happened to him?
He wandered out of the village. We warn everyone of the dangers. You see, there's nothing out there for 300 miles. And in winter, the temperature drops to 30 degrees below zero. He was dead when we found him.
Why didn't you tell me?
You wouldn't have believed us.
Why did you let me come out here?
To take his place. Let me show you to your quarters.
I'd like to stay here for a while.
Well, just as you please. You'll know where to go anyway. Coming, Randall?
Later.
Fuller.
Yes, I'll come along with you.
You're quite free to go where you like in the village, only don't wander outside it.
We've got the message.
You realize that none of the residents can leave the village, ever?
Of course, security.
Yes, that doesn't worry you.
No. I came here to serve. You know, I still can't believe that this is not England, that you are not English.
Oh, but I am.
I'd like to know how you did it. The new techniques that Mr. Donovan mentioned.
You'll be working in the village. You see, all the special training takes place in the school.
I wonder if I might see round it sometime.
Why are you so interested?
Well, I'd like to know how things work, where I fit in.
Well, it can't do any harm. I'll take you there now.
Good.
All the technical classes are on the ground floor, photography. They teach us how to photograph documents, microphotography, long-range work.
For all of the students?
We have to qualify in all subjects. Capitalist economy. Now, he's giving them a grounding in the London stock market.
How does that help?
When our men arrive in England, they must be able to hold their own in any conversation. Oh, the stock market may be dull, but so reassuring. Now, how can a man who can talk about stock market trends be anything but a true blue capitalist?
I see your point. Chemistry?
Explosives, industrial sabotage, that sort of thing. Now, this is where you come in.
Me?
The residents. All the rooms in the village are wired. Our students can sit in here and study your conversations. They learn how the English think and how they behave. It's very amusing and instructive, of course.
It's like being in a zoo.
The animals are very well cared for. This might interest you. The interrogation room. They teach us the techniques to counter-interrogation, then they teach us how to resist. Sit down. You like to know how things work. Put your hands on the arms. Comfortable?
Not very.
We have to learn to stick it out for 6, 7, 8 hours at a time. Under the lights.
I don't think I could.
It's surprising what the human body can endure when it has to. They do much more unpleasant things to us than that.
Yes, I take your word for it.
Why did you come over here?
Anything was better than staying there.
Anything?
Yes.
How long have you been a member of the party?
These lights, giving me a headache.
Why are you evading the question?
I'm not. But if you can stand 8 hours of this, you're tougher than I am.
Are you prepared to carry out orders without question?
That depends.
On what does it depend?
I like to have reasons for the things I'm asked to do.
Are you a good party member? Answer the question.
I can't.
Why?
Because I'm not a member.
I warn you. I do not like to be made a fool of.
I wouldn't try.
I'm glad to hear it. Why did you join the party?
I keep telling you, I didn't.
I think we'll have to have some more of those explanations that you're so fond of.
I can't even think with these lights.
You don't have to think. Just tell the truth.
I am. What more do you want from me?
Why are you snooping on us? Who are you working for? Make the effort, Mr. Fuller. Try to remember. Who are you working for? Who are you working for?
What is the reason for this? Mr. Fuller expressed an interest in our training methods.
And you were giving him a practical demonstration?
Yes. It produced some very peculiar results.
Indeed.
Mr. Fuller was induced to tell me that he's not a member of the party. And I was just about to persuade him to tell me who he's really working for when you came in.
Oh, I see.
But I don't understand. This test is designed to find out if our agents will break when they're caught and cross-questioned to admit who they are. Isn't that so, Mr. Donovan?
Well, of course.
Well, I didn't. I didn't admit that I was a party member.
No, he didn't.
I would have done it if you'd gone on much longer.
As a general rule, we don't allow residents into this school.
Dumam on yubsobni.
As you're so interested, by all means, let him see everything. And let me know your impressions, will you?
What made him come in?
He must have seen the working light on outside.
I hope I haven't caused you any trouble.
No, but don't try to fool me again. I have a very restricted sense of humor.
Have they given you your stripes?
What do you mean?
Now, you believe in keeping in with the management, don't you?
I've been looking around the village.
You'll have plenty of time for that.
Who's broken the lock?
They don't believe in locks here. I asked how we locked the door. Everyone is honest in Hamden. Honest people don't need any privacy.
You know they can listen in to us.
Well, that too, eh? Oh, well, let's give them their money's worth. Tell me, Mr. Fuller, are you disillusioned?
Don't be a fool.
Oh, I was giving you a chance to do your stuff.
If we're going to share a room, we might at least try and get on together.
Getting on. That's your specialty. The trouble is I don't like you.
And leave me alone.
I like to see you jump. You're good at jumping. Wouldn't take you long to be corporal in anybody's army.
Maybe you like trouble.
Yeah, maybe I do.
And find it somewhere else.
You want to keep your nose clean, don't you, eh? Look after number one. To hell with everybody else.
What's got into you?
Did you even think what it was like for that girl?
How is she?
She needs friends.
Looks as though she's found one.
I don't like you, Fuller. I really don't like you. I just wonder how long you're gonna last.
English papers.
English everything, including the weather. We must absorb your curious customs. Drive on the left, politics on the right. Animals in the home, children safely in boarding school. Hate privilege, suck up to the privileged. Love money, despise the rich. When we leave Hamden, we are even more English than the English.
Hey, excuse me, sir. It's nice to see a strange face. You are new around here?
Wrong first time, eh, Fuller?
Well, the phrase, nice to see a strange face, was too familiar?
An Englishman never talks to a stranger. Come along. Well, what do you think of it?
That's amazing. I suppose I'll just have to get used to being surprised.
I think you'll find everything here. Forms, government pamphlets, our London embassy, ordered in bulk from Her Majesty's stationery office.
But these students will expect me to give them advice.
Oh, just routine questions. Official forms, health, income tax, that sort of thing. You must familiarize them with the machinery of everyday life in Britain.
I see.
I'll leave you to check everything. You open to the public in the morning.
Had a hard day at the office. You do better to stay awake.
Huh? Why?
You talk when you're asleep.
Why don't you wake me?
I'll tell you why. Since you talk so much, you must have something on your mind. And I want to know what it is.
Let me get some sleep. Be able to find out.
As I said before, I don't like you, Fuller. But you interest me. I want to find out what makes you tick.
What do I talk about?
And ask your friend Richardson. He'll have it all on tape.
repair job, as if it was any of your business.
Got to keep them where they got you.
Would you like to get out of here?
Good morning, Fuller.
Good morning, Mr. Richardson.
May I have the honor of being your first customer?
Of course. Please sit down. Name, please?
John Richardson.
Address?
Wessex Hotel, W8.
What can I do for you?
I've just come back to England after spending 3 years in Africa. Now I want to know how I set about getting all my official documents renewed.
So what documents do you have?
Only my passport.
Well, you'll need your national health insurance card, your medical registration card, of course, and income tax.
It's too easy.
What happens when they find out that John Richardson doesn't exist?
Oh, but he does. He went to Africa in 1961.
What happened to him?
He died. I inherited his name, his identity, and his passport. There's a market for such things, you know. Well, I'll be leaving you now.
You may need this.
Thank you. Good luck. Let's have the next interview, shall we?
Good. Well, who's next?
I have the honor, sir.
That's you. Morning.
And a splendid morning it is. Wouldn't you say so?
Hadn't really thought about it very much.
But in England it's right to make a little conversation about the weather first.
It's very acceptable. How can I help you?
My name is Pierce. Michael Pierce.
Address?
I reside at St. Anthony's Hostel, Campton Street, NW1.
So what have you been up to?
Hardly at the office.
I've never seen this before. How did it get in your pocket, then?
You planted it there.
Ah, come on now.
It's your word against mine. Who are they going to believe?
Neither of us. They'll dig the truth out for themselves.
That could be painful.
Yes.
For both of us.
You're still thinking about others, are you?
You think about yourself. You're in enough trouble already.
That trick pencil. It's very professional. Where'd you get it?
From people who know how to take care of me. Make sure you don't get in their way.
Now, don't get me wrong, Fuller. I'm not afraid of you or your friends. You and your kind disgust me. If the rats are attacking each other, why should I stop them?
That's right. Stay healthy.
Yeah.
You, Fuller, stay alive.
Working late?
Yes, I'm trying to fix this typewriter. It's been jamming.
You've met most of the students by now. Tell me, what's the overall impression?
They certainly know their stuff.
You're looking worried.
Just tired, that's all. Sleeping badly.
Oh, why?
Randall keeps me awake.
I haven't heard any reports.
Oh, no, you wouldn't pick it up on the microphones. It's just mutterings. And he gets up sometimes, walks around, looks in drawers. I think he imagines there's some kind of plot against him.
He must meet some of the community. The squire's giving a reception tonight. Why don't you bring him along?
Who's giving it?
The squire.
We must accustom our students to all the old forms and traditions. All that's best in England. 9 o'clock. Don't be late. Have you met your host and hostess?
Not yet.
The squire? Isn't that Donovan?
No. Come along, I'll introduce you. Good evening, Lady Danby. Sir Anthony.
Good evening, Mr. Richardson.
I'd like to present some of our new arrivals. Miss Janet Wells, Sir Anthony and Lady Danby.
How do you do? How do you do?
Mr. Robert.
Hey, you're the Danby who used to work at the Foreign Office, the one who went missing.
Yes,
You were Mr. Danby then?
I still am. The title was Donovan's invention.
Yeah, he's got quite a sense of humor, Mr. Donovan.
Have you settled in comfortably, my dear?
I don't want to settle in.
We must all try to make the best of our circumstances.
You don't seem to have done too badly.
Shall we join some of the others? You'll excuse us, I'm sure.
She brought her children out here with her, didn't she?
Naturally, when she joined her husband.
I'm not the only one who made a mistake.
No, you're not. I need a drink. So do you. Come on. Can I get you?
Good evening, Miss Wells. My name is Pierce, Michael Pierce. You are enjoying yourself, I hope?
Yes. This is Mr. Randall.
How do you do, Mr. Randall? May I have the dance? With your kind permission. I do not understand. I only speak English, Mr. Randall.
Well, you don't speak English well enough, do you?
May I have the dance?
Look, come back in a few years' time, when you've finished your lessons.
I do not wish to argue with you.
And scram.
Miss Wells can answer for herself.
Miss Wells does not want to dance with you.
I'm sure that you would find the change of company most welcome.
You just don't understand English, do you?
Being very foolish, Mr. Randall.
Do you mind? Is something the matter, huh?
Yeah. Have you got any use for an agent with a broken neck?
What do you mean?
That's what would have happened had this been England.
You seem to be annoyed, Mr. Randall.
I use the customary form of politeness.
But you misjudge me.
I simply wish to dance with Miss Wells.
Well, if you want to dance, why don't you ask old Lady Danby over there?
Yes, why don't you?
Excuse me.
You're not enjoying our little party, Mr. Randall.
It makes me puke.
Sooner or later, you'll have to come to terms with the situation.
I don't accept terms.
You must be realistic. Like Mr. Fuller.
Yeah, that's the last thing I want to be. Come on, Janet, let's dance.
Ah. An interesting man, our Mr. Randall.
Yes. He's a troublemaker.
Well, he's a man of spirit, but like many English communists, it's shaken him up. Coming out here, having to conform. His reaction is to become very English, very independent.
It's the same thing.
He'll have to become more amenable. What are you doing about it? Huh?
Me?
You're his roommate.
I wish I wasn't.
Now, you still worried about me?
When you cause trouble, it reflects back on everybody.
But some are more likely to get hurt than others, aren't they?
I was thinking of the girl as well.
Now, you leave her out of this.
We're all involved in this together. Whatever you do affects all of us.
Yeah, you toading hypocrite.
Don't push your luck too far.
Taken any good photographs lately?
While we're on it, what's all this about? What are you storing up for?
You mind your business and I'll mind mine. And keep right out of my affairs, or else you'll be in real trouble.
Have you seen my electric razor?
Doesn't work.
Where is it?
How do you get it working then?
You didn't have it plugged in properly.
Well, why don't you try shaving in the morning? I want to get some sleep.
We've just received a signal from Drake. Notify MR58 to get him out. At once.
Nothing to do with you.
He's trying to make a run for it, isn't he? Look, we've got to stop him. He'll never make it.
Why should we?
You know what happened to Alan Bayliss?
He's got a better chance than Alan. He speaks their language. He knows what to do.
8 hours, they'll know he's gone. How far is he going to get in that time?
He's willing to take that risk.
He's making for the track, isn't he? Where it joins the main line. I'm only trying to help.
He doesn't want help.
Yourself, Randall, you'll never make it.
I told you to keep out of this.
You won't last 24 hours. They'll send helicopters. They'll get you.
Well, I'm taking a chance on that.
It doesn't suit me for them to catch you.
So what are you going to do about it, eh?
Take it back, and we'll both keep our mouths shut.
You should have turned me in. They'd have given you a medal. You'd have had it made.
Come on, back to the village.
Now, you're still dreaming, fool. It's about time you woke up.
Behavior's strange. It's not as though the two of you were friends.
I didn't stop to think. As soon as I realized he'd gone, I went after him.
How did you know where to find him?
Well, it seemed obvious. How did the patrol know where to find him?
They didn't. Patrol was routine. You were lucky not to have come worse out of it. Remember that cooperation is a frame of mind, not a course of action. Think about it, will you?
Yes, I will.
All right, Fuller. That'll be all.
Well, what did you tell them?
I told them the truth. There's no point in holding anything back. They'd have got it out of me in time.
I've come to look for pencils, Fuller. I'm sorry, I don't understand.
I told them about your little hobby. They were fascinated.
Surely didn't believe that story.
If it's not true, you've got nothing to fear.
So why are you looking so worried?
You naturally deny these allegations.
Well, he's behaved like a madman ever since he arrived here. I mean, have you found any of these pencils he's talked about?
Oh, we didn't expect to.
They don't exist except in his imagination.
Have you any friends in Section 1?
What Section 1?
You've never heard of it?
No.
Can you think of any reason why you should be recalled to Section 1?
No. Have I been?
Why you? Why do they want you?
Didn't they say?
No. This is the first time any resident has been withdrawn from the village. First time ever.
I'll be sorry to go.
Well, it seems I must comply with this order. Train leaves for the city this afternoon. Goodbye, Mr. Fuller. Better get your things together.
Bye, Mr. Donovan. Bye.
The order came direct from Section 1. I queried it and they confirmed it. We've got to let him go. What do you think?
Well, he has shown an exceptional interest in our training methods. Of course, he could be working for Washington or London.
Yes, it's possible, but unlikely.
You're not really going to let him go, are you?
I want him off our hands. If anything happens to him in the village, Section 1 will be down to investigate. They'll come down in force and they'll never leave. They've always resented our independence. They've been trying to get hold of this project since it started. No. Fuller must go. We must make quite sure he doesn't arrive at the other end.
You're leaving us at the right time. The winter will soon begin, and the winters here are very hard and long.
Well, I'm not sorry I'm going.
Did you ask Miss Wells to come here? No? Have you had permission to be absent from the library?
I wanted to say goodbye to Mr. Fuller. We're friends. I had to say goodbye.
Very well. But return to your work immediately.
Goodbye, Robert. Look after yourself. I shall miss you.
Bye.
I wish I were going with you. It won't be the same here once you've gone. Hold me close, Robert. Post it for me, please. Think of me once you've gone.
Bye, Janet. I hadn't realized you were on such good terms.
Just good friends.
You never cease to surprise me, Fuller. Well, we're ready.
Are you coming?
My apprenticeship is finished. I'm being sent on my first assignment.
Oh, congratulations.
So you're human, Fuller. Oh, that's reassuring, I suppose.
What do you mean?
The girl. It was very touching.
You saw her give me the letter?
I was waiting for you to mention it. Dear Mother, you must help me. I would have thought that she would have realized by now.
Realized what?
That once people enter Colony 3, they cease to exist.
You say there were 86 of these students?
Including Richardson.
Mm-hmm. If there's only 59 photographs. Oh, well, we'll nab these fellows when they turn up for duty.
Nothing we can do about the girl, I suppose.
Well, of course not. We've never even heard of her.
As Richardson said, she no longer exists.